Hello everyone, welcome aboard to match 2 in this friendly modern league with Francisco Amati's blue-white mid-range deck. This hand here looks keepable to me, so we'll go ahead and do that here. Lead off with the Strand for obvious reasons here. Okay, might be losing one of our cards. Nope. Let's see, Bloodstained Mire, go. Alright, I think we're going to take a turn off here and keep up the Spell Snare. Just because I don't know what our opponent's on and I really don't want to miss an opportunity. Of course, it does mean that they might have a chance to yank this from our hand, the targeted discard spell or something like that, but I think I want to know a little bit more about what our opponent's up to here. Oh, okay, so this is Grishoalbrand. Alright, so yeah, we just don't tap out again for the rest of the game. Well, actually, let's see. Let's play out a wall. I mean, all we have is a Spell Snare, and it hits a Goryo's Vengeance anyway, so I guess that's kind of where we're at. And I'm just assuming that this is Grishoalbrand. I can't think of any other deck that kind of plays in this pattern offhand. It could be something totally different. Let's go ahead and I don't think any of their things that put cards into the graveyard are instant speed, so more lands, okay. So we'll just continue to hold up our interaction here. I think we're going to be probably just flashing this in once we next turn and just holding up this Whispers or whatever that black draw 2 card is. Brutality. Okay, so they're draining us. They're draining us here. So I guess they're going to take the Spell Snare anyway. So let's go ahead and Spell Snare this, just to deny our opponent some information. Okay, and there's the... Actually, sorry, I didn't see them bin the Grishoalbrand, so... Yeah, I wasn't paying attention there. But again, not that it would really matter, considering they can just kind of do this. So opponent draws some cards. And they're going to gain some life, and they're going to draw some more cards. And we're doing this basically... Well, we'll sit through this. So if you've never seen this combo before, what they're going to do is they're going to draw a bunch of cards and keep gaining some life, as much life as they can with this Nourishing Shoal. And then eventually they're going to put a Borborygmos Enraged into their graveyard. And they're going to throw a bunch of lands at us and kill us. So they're going to need, like, Simian Spirit Guide. Okay. The shoals just keep coming. I don't think that there's a chance we're not dead here, because they're going to play, like, a Faithless Looting. Right? Or a Ritual? Okay. Metamorphose. So we're going to go Faithless Looting, ditch their Borborygmos, cast another Goryo's Vengeance. There he is. So we're going to get him back. And they have 20 cards in this, what, a Lightning Bolt for every one, so I imagine they have enough, but I'm going to make them do it just to make sure that they do. Crazier things have happened, but I assume we're good and dead here. And it's also our main phase, so they can just attack us, so. Okay. Alrighty, let's dig into our sideboard here. We're going to bring in Dispels. I guess first, what's not good? I don't think we want Cryptic Command. I don't think we're winning with Settle the Wreckage either. Wall of Omens doesn't seem too good in this matchup. Runed Halo actually seems pretty decent. So let's go ahead and bring in our Rest in Peace. We're bringing a Purge too. I don't know. I'm not sure if it really does anything or not. Let me think here. Like it hits a Grishoalbrand kind of, but by that point probably already dead. Stroke. I don't think Stroke hits any of their spells that are relevant. Bring in some Geists so we can close out the game faster. Yeah, I mean, I think this is it. We just have to hope to. Now, Goryo's Vengeance is an instant, so that's why we want the Dispels. Stony, Wall of Omens, Settle the Wreckage. Yeah, I can't. And even the paths aren't even that great, but I'm not sure what we're bringing in. Sacrifices an attacking creature plus paths. An Angel. Is like take that and go up an Angel. Do we just want to have a bunch of threats to be able to close out the game? Not really sure. Alright. So we would like to play first. So we do have a Spell Snare, but we saw how well that worked out for us last time. We'll be off to a semi-slower start. I think this deck is capable of killing on turn 1, but I don't think it's likely. We'll go ahead and keep this, I guess. Maybe it's correct to mulligan to hate here. Don't have a lot of. Okay, so they've got the Temple start. Puts a card on top. Alright, so they liked it. Fortunately, we don't have any way to mess them up here. But alright. So really going to be looking to get some land drops going here with these opts. So there's the Knight's Whisper. Given the fact of how light our hand is on interaction, I think we have to let that go. Now, granted, again, it is likely that they will just be able to wrench that out of our hand on their combo turn, but we're kind of hanging on by the skin of our teeth right now. Venser, you gotta go to the bottom, buddy. Alright. So we did draw land. Unfortunately, it is not a blue one. We did draw another blue. Alright, so we'll just play the island here. If they do Stone Cold Nothing, we have the option to Field of Ruin, grab an island, and then opt, which looks like they might still be in their setup here, so another card on top. Discovery, alright. They may discover. Alright, so I don't want to miss anything this time. Alright, they still have no nasty in the yard here. I don't think we get punished for giving them a mana on our turn. So let's go ahead and get one of these out of here. Their mana base seems pretty difficult to disrupt. Alright, Resto, you gotta go to the bottom as well. Okay, find another field. So so one thing, they do play Simian Spirit Guide, so it is important to be aware of that fact. So me giving them the swamp here could have been bad if they had a creature in the graveyard that they would have wanted to revive with their Goryo's Vengeance. So we're gonna go here and see if we can't get a Resto Angel down and start attacking. Also have access to Cryptic Command. Or Blood Moon. I don't care about the Blood Moon that much. We have the second Plains in hand, so I'll let them. Okay, so they didn't tap a mana, so that's good. So we'll grab an island here, and we won't be able to cast our Lyra, but anytime soon. But I think we should be all right. Cryptic, of course, is the important one, so. Alright, pass the turn with Cryptic and Path up. Opponent does still have a lot of cards in hand. And again, since our opponent does not have any nasties in the bin right now, I'm going to go ahead and get a Restoration Angel down, because we're going to have to start clocking our opponent. Ooh, is this a Through the Breach? Wasn't sure if this deck played Through the Breach or not. Fortunately, we do have a Path to Exile for their Grishoalbrand. Okay, so hopefully we draw an island here, because we're really going to want to keep up Spell Snare plus Cryptic next turn. Alright. So we'll go ahead and path the Grizzle. Opponent, of course, cannot draw because they'll be dead to our Restoration Angel. I'm sure on our opponent's turn we will see the full extent of how bad things might be able to get for us. That, of course, was another good reason for keeping in Dispel. I'm sure that they have their combo in hand here and probably some redundant pieces. This looks like a Collective Brutality, or maybe it's just a Goryo's. I mean, they probably even have multiple Goryo's at this point. Okay, so one of our saving graces here is that we do have... Is he splicing? My goodness, okay. So we do have access to Spell Snare, Snap, Spell Snare this turn. Splices through the breach onto Goryo's Vengeance. So what does that do exactly? These guys can you reveal this card from your hand. Play the splice cost. Add this card's effect. Okay. So are they going to get to do something gross in addition to this? Is that what's happening here? Okay. All right. Get in here with the Angel. Really would have liked to draw Island or something. But it's 2 mana. Okay. So we can Snapcaster Dispel Snare. And if this works out the way that we want it to, should be able to kill our opponent next turn. Okay, through the breach. Because I think they telegraphed that they had the through the breach. Alright. So let's go ahead and opt here. It's not going to help us. Okay, that's not particularly helpful either. So they get a World Spineworm. Haste, Trample. So we take a big hit here. Sacrifice, and they get a bunch of little dudes. And we do have a Cryptic Command here, so it looks like we're just going to tap their worms. Tap their worms and deal the last points of damage, I think, right? I don't see any reason not to. Let's play out a Colonnade just for a little extra mana, if it becomes relevant. Don't think it is. Tap all creatures your opponent controls. Draw a card. Right? I don't see how we get punished here, but... Alright. Okay. So, through the breach. Also good to know. Disdainful Stroke. Do we want Disdainful Stroke for through the breach? I think we do. I think we're going to go down, well, that Blood Moon could get out of hand, so I think I like keeping the Detention Spheres in, actually, just in case. I think we're going to cut the Angels. If we can't finish the game with Clique, Geist, and Resto, I think Angels are just too top-heavy. These paths really don't do much of anything, though, do they? I like keeping them in, though, just in case we have to path one of our own creatures under a Blood Moon, I guess. Okay, now this hand is vulnerable to a turn 2 kill. But path and negate, I think we'll keep it. Okay, no Grishoalbrand. Basic Island is nice. So I think this well, we have the Cryptic Command in hand. So I guess this is going to get us... This will probably get us a... Okay, Simian Spirit Guide. This is just a Revive Borborygmos. Hit me for 7. No. Them spending a Simian Spirit Guide to cast that Night's Whisper, if I would have had access to... If I would have had access to the negate there, I probably would have negated that. We'll get a Fountain here, just because I want to keep my access to white up, but I also really want to get this Cryptic Command down. So, worst case scenario, yeah, we'll have a. I mean, I guess we'll get a Mountain. Faithless Looting. Once again, I think I'm in a position where I have to try and save this negate. At least force them to have something to interact with my hand on the turn that they want to go off. Because I don't really have any pressure. Maybe if I had a Geist, I would consider negating that. Alright, so here... Plains. I'm gonna grab a Plains. Play it a little safe here. Okay, so there is a Geist. There is a Geist, but I really don't think we can tap out here. Our opponent discarded a Collective Brutality. What does that suggest? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, let's see. So our opponent could bring back a Boar Brigmas, but I don't think that does a whole lot. So let's try and get our Blood Moon shields up here. Grab an island. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about our lands. And we also have Cryptic Command up. I'm not sure when we might find a good time to land this Geist, but we definitely need at least one more turn before we can go for that. I don't really like letting them dig a whole lot. Maybe I should have cashed in the Cryptic here. If our opponent taps out, we're definitely going to get the Venser down at the end of their turn. So they have 1 mana up. What's the worst they can do? Exile Simian Spirit Guide. Bring back Boar Brigmas. Chunk us for a bunch of damage. Turn that to their hand, why not? Really want to get some pressure on the table here. Okay. So I think once I deploy my next land, I think I might be able to safely tap low for this Geist. Yeah, I don't care about that in the slightest. At this point, that Blood Moon does not bother me even a little bit. And I know I said I might tap out for Geist here, but I think I'm just going to keep... I also like the idea of keeping up Cryptic and Negate, so maybe I'll flash in a Snapcaster here. Our clock is not a fast one. That's for certain. Alright, so our opponent does have a Through the Breach. So I think we'll go ahead and Cryptic Command the Through the Breach. Maybe we'll just negate it. Through the Breach number 2. This is Through the Breach number 2. We're definitely going to snap, negate. Okay, yeah, looks like that'll get the job done. So, yeah, Grishoalbrand is a pretty, as far as Modern is concerned, I think that Grishoalbrand is I'm pretty sure it is the fastest, most linear of the combo decks in the format. It is capable of killing on turn 2, and it's a pretty scary deck. But it also has issues with being disrupted, as most combo decks do. I know that sounds obvious, but I know it's very, it's a glass cannon for sure. So this is a deck. This is the deck to watch. Where one day Wizards is going to mess up and they're going to print one stupid innocuous card, and it's gonna turn this deck into an absolute nightmare. You mark my words. It may not be in 6 months. It may not be in 2 years, but it will happen. And when it does, I guarantee you that the modern tears will flow. So, but yeah, and again, that still felt really good. The sideboard felt really good. So yeah, here we go. Moving on here, 2-0. Catch you in the next game.